This is Pranav Goa Thakurta from Edu TV, the first education channel dedicated to uplift education in Indian subcontinent, Southeast Asia, Middle East, and Africa. In our favorite program, Schools and University Connect. Our guest today is Dr. Anjali Sherawat from Sushant University. I'll just speak a bit about Dr. Anjali Sherawat. She's an alumna of JNU. Dr. Anjali Sherawat is a dynamic personality who teaches politics and international relations to law students. She also heads the Cultural Committee of School of Law, Darpan, as the coordinator of the committee. She has immensely facilitated students to commence various programs for the disadvantaged and underprivileged, making them more solicitous about the welfare of society. Ms. Sherawat has completed her MA from the Center for Political Studies and MPhil and PhD from the School of International Studies, both from Jawaharlal Nehru University. She has qualified UGC NET exam, Political Science in 2010. Her PhD thesis is titled Ethno Regional Divide and Political Transformation in Kyrgyzstan, 1991 to 2011. She has worked for almost 4 years as a senior researcher for the QUIP, Qatar Unified Imaging Project, funded by the Qatar Foundation in association with University of Exeter, UK. She has presented a paper at a prestigious platform like American Association of Geographers, AAG, Chicago, US. She has consistently presented papers in esteemed universities like Jamia Millia Islamia, JNU, and DU. She has also worked on a United Nations project in the capacity of consultant researcher, socio-economic impact study of COVID-19, UN Women India in the year 2020. Thank you so much, ma'am, for taking out and joining us to help the students. Over to you, Dr. Sherawat.
Sir, I'm overwhelmed with this kind of introduction. Thank you so much for welcoming me on this platform. And as you've already introduced the topic and the rules are known to the students, so let me just give a brief about as we all know that India is the Prime Minister Narendra Modi this time contained a suitcase when he came back from Indonesia, the gavel of the G20 presidentship, right? So it is the symbol of honor for all of us, and as we will be presiding over the world's premier forum for global economic cooperation. And it also signifies responsibility and an unprecedented opportunity for India's leadership to shape the international response to pressing challenges. So this is the time when India can step forward and transition from being a rule taker to a rule maker. So India has already, shown that India is an important state when it was negotiating the Bali Declaration of the just concluded G20 summit, and India has already been uploaded for Prime Minister Modi's statement that this era must not be a war. And India will be holding 200 meetings in 35 different sectors in multiple locations across India. And in today's forum, we hear it from our students, the young generation, the leaders of tomorrow about G20 and India's role.
So now we have got Ritika Prakash from Delhi Public School, Sahibabad. She will speak on India's role in G20. And Ritika, our judge is Dr. Anjali Sherawat. She is the assistant professor with Sushant University, Gurugram. Over to you, Ritika.
A very good morning to one and all present here. This is Ritika from Delhi Public School, Sahibabad. And I am here to speak on the topic that is India's role in G20. So first let me explain what is G20. That's G20 is a word which stands for Group of 20, and that has 19 countries and the European Union as well. It works to address major issues related to the global economy, such as international financial stability, climate change mitigation, and sustainable development. It was established on 26 September 1999, and inaugural meeting was on 15 December 1999 in Berlin. So if I talk about India, India's participation in the G20 process stems from the realization that as a major developing economy, India has a vital stake in the stability of the international economy and financial systems. According to 2011 reports released that Asian Development Bank, that is ADB, predicted that the large Asian economies such as India would play a more important role in global economics governance in the upcoming future. And if I talk about the contributions of India towards G20, it is like in 2010, it contributed to South Korea, in Japan in 2019, and in G20 2021 it was Italy, and 2022 that is Indonesia. So India and if I talk about India and Japan, so India and Japan and the US held extensive discussions on the Indo-Pacific region and how they can work together in improving the connectivity, infrastructure development, and also ensuring that the peace in the strategic region where China has been trying to spread its influence. PM Narendra Modi held an informal meeting with the BRICS leaders, meeting in which he emphasized on the need to stop all the mediums of support of terrorism and racism. If I talk about Indonesia, so India played an essential role in negotiating the G20s. That's a Bali declaration that included Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He gave the message to the Russia and Ukraine conflict that today's era must not be war. These were his statements. And Karine Jean-Pierre said that India and the US are working close on food and energy issues amongst others. So they address current food and energy security challenges. India also was handed over the presidency of the influential bloc at the end of second day, that is G20 summit. So the conclusion which comes is that India as a country has worked to maintain the dynamism and the credibility of G20 deliberation for establishing a framework of strong, sustainable and balanced growth, strengthening international financial systems, and also facilitating trade finance. And India remains committed to the G20 process for achieving a stable, inclusive, and representative global economic and financial systems. Thank you so much.